body and mind the way I do. Secrets you told me.
Good morning, currency kings and queens. It is October 1st, the beginning of the month, and I wanted to go over a GU chart that we talked about a couple days ago and see where we are with that. We really knocked it out of the park with the GJ trade, clocking over 700 pips last night. So I wanted to revisit the GU, which was one of the other pairs that I mentioned when I did my analysis on this past Sunday. So if you can go back and watch that video, you'll see where I did mention this. At the time, it was a triple top and the trend was going up on GU, but now we're trying to find out if that would possibly reverse. Personally, I like catching reverses because if you get in on a reverse at the earliest point during the actual reversal, you can clock the greatest amount of pips and sometimes the shortest amount of time. So I'm really keen on trying to catch the reversals, but I have to have some confluences in order for me to take that. Sometimes I'm a little more aggressive in getting in on breakouts. So let's see where we are with GU. But first, y'all know what we do because the day is Tuesday. It is the 1st and it is NFP week. So just make sure you're extra careful with your capital this month, this week. And let's get a great start. I ended last month green. So it was a really good month for me on last month. Actually, the last 3 months have been really impressive. I can see the growth that I've started to have in my trading, and I'm trying to find my niche as far as whether I want to do intraday, swing, or actual just day trading. But I've kind of been moving through all of those just to see what fits with my schedule, because my schedule just changes so much. So I may have some type of intraday hybrid type schedule just because of the workforce that I'm in and my non-traditional schedule for work. That just kind of works for me. So you have to do what works best for you. There's no one fits all in trading. Just make sure you're following your rules and doing the correct risk management when you are trying to find what works for you. So getting right into the charts, let's get on to the news first. For today, the news is at 4 a.m., which is already passed, we had core CPI. And at 9, we'll have the job openings, ISM manufacturing, PMI. And then there's a little bit of orange folder in that as well, but that's at 9 a.m., I believe. So just pay close attention to market movement. If you're trading USD, and the euro has already been impacted, so just watch euro and USD if you're in the market today. But what I wanted to show you on the charts, y'all, that pumpkin spice latte and the caramel macchiato. I like making my coffees from home, but I do like Starbucks as well. So when I'm home, I really just love being home and being able to get the coffee made to my specifications without all the extra sugars. But let's move over to the charts. So this is the chart that I had out yesterday. Well, it was the day before yesterday. But as you can see, the market movement is on an uptrend. If you put a trend line underneath here, you'll see that it's making higher highs and higher lows. So that's not an issue. But when we got into this general area, I noticed a strong range, Mariposa candles, and it just kind of didn't really decide on what it wanted to do. So I marked up the high of that and the low of that current range, but not the low down here of the complete range. I also have an indicator that I've been working on, but I want to bring that to you when I have enough education on it. So let's kind of zoom in down from the daily. We're on the 6 hour here and the 4 hour here. And as you can see, there's liquidity still sitting above that area. And this area is still ranging. And at the time when we had a triple top, one tap here, one tap here, one tap here, we're going to add another tap. That's the fourth tap. It has not been able to break this resistance area. It actually ranged and then dropped back down to the current support level that it's at this actual structure point. It doesn't mean that the trend has changed just because it dropped down, but it's ranging in between a certain range, which is about, I took it here, that's 104 pips. So you could actually make some money trading this if it were moving in a trend within this range. You catch my drift? So if you drop down to the smaller time frame, see how big that area is? You can catch pips here, and there's a whole lot of things going on in this area. But what I want to actually see for this area to decide whether or not I will start getting into a reversal of the trend is have it break this area here and touch these other zones. So the zone most important to me right now is here, 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 and I tap it kind of in the middle of those areas because anytime it enters within this wick range, I monitor it. So I don't have it to where I need to place it at the end of the wick because you never know. So once it taps in, that just gives me an alert to say, hey, start looking at this area and see how it reacts there. It doesn't mean you have to put a trade in or anything specific. So that's how I typically look at it. But going back onto the daily, we have some areas. I would look for it to break this main area before I would say, hey, we're in a reversal. But those other areas, we want to see if it reacts, respects it, and continues on the uptrend, or we want to see if it just blows through these areas. Being that we have news, we may have some high volume that could allow that, or the trend could continue up. It's just doing what it does. So let's just pay close attention to the GU trade. Just wanted to bring to your awareness that it is trying to break that resistance area, but it hasn't broken it yet. So just keep an eye on GU. And that's pretty much all I wanted to follow up with you on. If I usually bring something to you on a Sunday to keep an eye out for, I want to try and follow up with that. And the same thing with EU. It's got these triple tops and it had a drop. It may just be going to pick up the liquidity here. Is it going to break this area? We'll see. So just keep an eye out for the EU pairs. There's been news out this morning regarding it. You could probably get some sells, or if it decides to trend back in the upward direction, some buys. So right now it's a wait. The indicator is saying sell, but I need some confirmations on my strategy that'll give me that. What are y'all in today? Let me know. What do y'all plan on trading? Do you plan on trading at all today? And if so, good luck out there. Let's start aiming for getting green months, and we could start with the weeks if you're fairly new and just trying to do the baby steps. But let's try to start getting these green months and knocking it out of there. So the more green months you have, the more successful of a year you have. Weeks can be counted, but you can lose a week, gain a week, lose a week, gain a week. And then you have to focus on the micro parts. It's like focusing on the micro parts of your progress. But where I'm at now, I'm just trying to focus on the granular. So I'm looking at the monthly wins and losses and analyzing them. I had a journal software that I'd subscribed to for about a year. I'm trying to find something that's more thorough since my membership is up with that company. So I've been looking at Trading Vault and a few others. If y'all have specific, whether it's free or paid, journaling software where I can put my trades in and analyze the progress and some of the other things, just drop them down below. And if you have not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. Until next time, happy trading.